Hey, this is Walter Jones.
This is Austin St. John.
And you're listening to Ranger Danger.
Go, go, Ranger Danger! Matt and Michael's Ranger Danger!
Howdy, folks. It's Michael here. Matt, unfortunately, can't be with us on the podcast this morning, but I've done some hunting around, and I think I've found us two guests who will more than make up for that. Our first guest could have been a professional baseball player, but he gave it up to star as the Red Ranger in Power Rangers Time Force. You may know our second guest from her web series Class Dismissed, her recurring role on Heart of Dixie, or most likely from her time on Power Rangers Zeo and Power Rangers Turbo as Tanya Sloan. Please welcome to Ranger Danger, Jason Faunt and Nakia Burrise.
Woo! Hi, guys. Thank you for having us.
What's going on? Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being on the podcast. How are you guys? It's 9 a.m. here, but I think it's about 4 p.m. for you.
It is, and it's nice and warm out here. Beautiful day in sunny California.
It's nice. It's a little chilly here, but I think we'll make do with that. So you guys are with us today to talk about The Order. In case people have somehow missed the weeks of cryptic Facebook and Twitter posts, it's an upcoming movie project that's written, produced, and stars a whole bunch of your favorite Power Rangers actors, including Jason and Nakia, who are with us today. The press kit describes it as Power Rangers meets the Expendables, and they're currently running an IndieGoGo to try and raise some of the funds for the production. So why don't we start at the beginning? How did the two of you get involved with The Order? Were you guys there at the, hey, we should make a movie moment? Or did they come to you with an idea and say, hey, would you be in this?
Who wants to go first?
You know what, Kia? You go first on every question. That way we'll always know.
Okay. All righty then.
That sound good? Ladies first.
Well, that depends. I'm kidding. Okay. So let me just preface by saying Karen, Ashley, and David Fielding are the ones that wrote this magnificent script. And actually, Karen had mentioned we were having breakfast, Aaron Cahill, Catherine Sutherland, Karen, Ashley, and myself, we have breakfast periodically. And she had mentioned to us probably like a year ago or so that she actually probably even way before then, but when she started talking about, The Order in itself, that it's already, starting to come together, it was probably last year sometime. And she said, I have this really great idea. I really want to put the band back together. And would you guys love to read the script? And we were like, absolutely. And I read it. I got the script in December, yes, because I was in Texas on a holiday vacation with my family, and I remember I was reading it while my family was there, but I was so engaged in the script that I could not stop reading. And I had to call her immediately, and I was like, oh my gosh, I am so excited. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this. Yeah, it's just it's amazing. The story in itself is so intriguing, and to have this power. When we were filming the trailer, it was just the feel of everybody being there. Castmates that I filmed with before, and others that I have not, like Jason Faunt, who's like my brother. For all of us to be on set together at one time was it was the best experience ever. I wish that I could film with them every single day. It was extraordinary.
That's lovely.
Okay.
How about you, Jason? How did you get involved?
You know what? Nakia just told me you better be there. And so I was there. You know what? No, it's this Power Rangers family is quite the fraternity, and it's we all go to these conventions together. We've met, we've all heard of each other, but then with the convention circuit, we started to meet and hang out and spend time together, and it became this extended family. And it's really a group of brothers and sisters. And when Karen had first sent out a thing to all of us. Now, Nakia knows Karen better than I do, so they had met, before in that previous meeting.
Sure.
But she had sent out that invite saying, hey, we want to put this project together, and everybody come meet at Nakia's house at this time. And at that point, it was kind of cryptic. I wasn't sure what was going on. I wasn't sure about the script. I just knew I was amongst trusted friends and family. And we got there, and there was a bunch of us there, and certain people I didn't know that were going to be there. Certain people I knew, and she put the script together. We did this whole breakdown of what the script was about, what was going to happen, what the mission was, how they were going to attack it. And it was very, very well thought out, very, very well done. And you couldn't get help but swept up in the momentum you saw was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, then you read the script, and everything just kind of put itself together. And we were on board. We were off and running.
Absolutely.
Nice. So I guess that kind of, you've both a little touched on my question, but I wanted to go at it fully. You've already shot like a sizzle reel for the project. What's being on set with a dozen other Power Rangers like? Is it, obviously, you guys all know each other from the convention circuit. Do you just like, those of you who have worked together, do you just fall back into the same patterns? Do you all have like, I guess you've all got the same war stories about giant explosions and pretending you're being attacked by monsters?
I'm going to hand that over to you first, Jason.
Well, I tell you what, at this point, it's a lot of screwing around in between takes. I mean, it's a lot of, okay, guys, we need to get going because we're all so friendly together. So there's a lot of just monkeying around and screwing around and a lot of laughing and so it's just a lot of fun. Obviously, when they say action, we all know how to to get serious and change it up. But in between, it's a lot of joking and playing and pranks and that was my experience on it in between.
It's very, very much similar to what Jay is saying. It's like, where are we going tonight? What are we doing next week? What convention are you going to? What are we going to do there? Okay, a lot of fooling around. The guys mainly. The girls cracking up at the guys. Looking at their phones. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's like a brother-sister, friendships there. And it's, I've been on many sets. I've been blessed to be on many sets, which is an absolute blessing. But there was nothing like filming this trailer with these cats those 3 days. I enjoyed it so much because I know them all.
Yep.
And we just had so many great moments. It was just wonderful. So I look forward to filming the movie with them and being on set with them for weeks.
Yep.
I can imagine you'll get a lot of stories out of a couple of weeks of filming.
Oh, yes.
So kind of on that note, obviously you guys all know each other from the convention circuit. Was there anyone involved that you hadn't met yet or hadn't seen in a while or didn't know properly that you kind of got to know?
Let's see. I mean, was there anyone?
I think we all pretty much know each other. Yeah, we've all, because of the conventions, we've all been around each other. Like Power Morphicon, all of the Power Rangers there.
Yep.
So if you haven't met them yet, you met them there.
Sure.
Or, Ranger Stop has become quite big too, where it's, you'll see a bunch of Power Rangers together. So there wasn't anyone.
No new
I'm
people.
looking at the picture right now. There wasn't anyone that I did not know or Faunt.
Yeah, I think David Fielding, I met him quickly one time. So I would say he was the one unknown for me that I didn't really know, hadn't got a chance to really speak to. So I think that he was the only one. I'd only met quick handshake back in, I want to say maybe Florida at Ranger Stop. But so it was cool to get to meet him, especially because he was playing a major part in, I believe, writing it, right, Nakia?
Yes,
he was one of the writers. Yeah, so
he co-wrote
it was cool to meet him on that.
Karen.
All right. So let's segue from that to talking a little bit about that convention circuit. You guys both recently did full cast reunion panels, I believe, late last year with your cast. Is that correct?
Where?
Yeah.
At Power Morphicon?
I believe maybe. Is that, have you done it might have been a different cast. I did a quick Google this morning.
Time Force had a reunion. Yeah.
I know you guys did. So what was that like being back? How do you find those conventions?
Truly, they find us. They go through our reps or our reps reach out to them and hint, Nikki and I would love to come to Australia.
We would love to have you.
But yeah. Let's So it's a mixture of our reps reaching out to conventions and getting us in, and versus conventions seeing us. and inviting us to their conventions down the road.
Sure.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been doing those conventions for? I know a lot of people are kind of just starting to warm up to the idea recently, but we've also got a couple of actors who've been doing them, more or less nonstop since they finished the show.
I think I was introduced, I want to say 2009.
Yep.
But it didn't start getting consistent until I would say probably like the last 2 to 3 years.
Sure.
Because then it was more, sporadic. I'd have one here or maybe one there, but it wasn't really me flying anywhere. So I would say, yeah, in the last couple of years, it's gotten a little bit more consistent.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say the same time too. I think that second Power Morphicon, I don't know when that was, Kia. When was that one? 2016, 14, 12, maybe 2011?
Somewhere around there, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, 2011, I think, was the first time I went to one, and I kind of sheepishly went in thinking, wow, I mean, there's been several casts since, and are they really going to want to meet me or my season? So I wasn't really optimistic going in, but then I realized that the generations, the earlier the generation you are, the more popular it was, which was just so awesome that the fan base has this nostalgia to it. And so I was quickly introduced, like, wow, this is great. Fans are excited. I'm excited. Everyone gets to meet everyone. And then I think, like Nakia said, it kind of touched there. And then, right, Nakia, then we kind of found our way for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Kind of figure it out a bit, right? Yeah. And then it's been probably a solid couple, 3 years. Yep.
Yeah, it's been lovely. It's been nice.
Yeah. What's it like kind of meeting people who were fans of you, so, I mean, I don't want to say so long ago, like it was many, many decades, but obviously
Mine was.
Obviously it was like more than 10 years ago for both of you. Is it strange? Is it lovely? What's it like?
For me, it was, I remember standing there and I was at, I think it was Stanley's Kamikaze 2009, and that's when I had gotten kind of a gist of what was going on. And it was incredible to me that someone actually remembered my character, would remember episodes, would remember what I was wearing in episode 355. I was so intrigued and so just, I felt so blessed that someone would even remember me. I didn't think anybody would remember Tanya. I mean, when I was on the show 20 years ago, no one could have told me while I was on that show that I would have fans 20 years later that remembered my character and really loved my character. What an honor and what a blessing that is. So I still get excited when fans come up and they hug or they're very nervous and they're shaking, and I just try to calm them down. It's a blessing. It really, really is. And it's an honor because we wouldn't be where we are if we didn't have our fans.
Yeah. And to echo that, it's, well, okay, wait, what was the exact question again? Because
what's it like going to a convention, meeting?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's well, to echo what you were saying, it is very humbling, and sometimes, at the beginning was kind of hard to grasp, and the reason why, at least for our season, we did 40 episodes, and there was a writer's strike coming, and so we were literally working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, and we were just, our nose was to the grindstone, and we were in the studio, and then boom, it was done, and we were out. We're back out in the streets.
Yep.
So we had no time during the show to actually just kind of enjoy any of the fun perks of having a fan base or being a role model to kids. I mean, there were some kids that would come in from Make-A-Wish, and we got to experience that, which was amazing. But we were in and out, and so to have this happen later it's so nice because we never got to enjoy this, never got to do appearances while we were on the show. I think they do that more now.
Yep.
So it's pretty bittersweet to have people recognize you, which still happens to this day. And even now, I mean, we put together a project, and it's very hard to put a movie together. It's very expensive. It's so many moving pieces. And here we've got the fan base that's like, yes, let's support you. Let's get this done. Let's make the let's make something we all want to see from the characters we all love. And so it's very humbling and very, very exciting.
Well, that's a perfect segue into my next question. You guys are only so you're doing an IndieGoGo to try and fund some of the cost of production, where nearly 4 days in, you guys are at 10% funding nearly. Are either of you surprised at that level of dedication from the fans, or is that kind of what you expected given how you've interacted with them over the past 10 years?
We have an extraordinary fan base.
Yep.
And they have supported us through thick and thin from 1993 to present. And we could only hope that they would continue to support this. It's not Power Rangers, but we're all former Power Ranger actors. So our hope, and obviously we were hoping and had faith that they would, God willing, we'll reach our goal and even exceed that. But we were anticipating, hoping that this would happen. So
sure.
we're very thrilled and hoping for even more to come.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what my expectations were, to be honest with you. I was hoping it would happen. These IndieGoGo campaigns are they can be hard to do. It's a challenge. But I think because the trailer was done and it was so well done, I think we all saw it and went, oh my gosh.
Yes.
We all watched it a zillion times because we were just so excited to see it, blown away. And at that point I thought, okay, well, I trusted everybody to do a good job, but I was like, wow, this far exceeded my expectations. So at this point I didn't know what to expect from a crowdfunding. And I think that this will kind of feed on itself, meaning as it starts to reach 25 or 50 or 100,000, I can see people going, hey, I chipped in $25. Let me do another 10. I see people kind of going back like they're watching a movie twice going, hey, we're seeing this end goal in sight.
Yep.
So maybe let's go back and do another $10. And we look at that and say, if all of our fans put in like $5, we'd get this thing in a heartbeat,
Yeah.
Literally $5. It's going to make a difference if everybody did it. So I think it'll start to kind of create some momentum as the numbers get bigger. That's my guess.
Good answer.
So coming off that, kind of some less ordery questions. Have either of you seen any Power Rangers since you left the show?
I saw
seen any of Power Rangers?
Yeah, any an episode here and there, or
yeah, I have. I'll yeah. I'm sorry, Kia, go ahead.
No, go on.
You know what? I did when I came back for the Megaforce, Super Megaforce Legendary War, because I met those guys and knew them when we filmed it. They were still in the beginning of the season. I did watch that entire season because I had met them and knew them. I'll occasionally peek at it and see what's going on and kind of check it out. But I did watch a lot of Megaforce because I'd spent some time with those guys.
Sure.
I am going to be completely honest.
Sure.
I did not watch Power Rangers after I left. I did watch an episode. I don't think it was a full episode of Samurai. But yes, that's it. And I keep saying I want to watch Time Force because I just hear so much about Time Force, and because of Jay and Aaron, and Deborah, and Michael and Kevin, and Sound
and Danny.
Hey, that's enough. But I haven't gotten a chance to. Yeah, I haven't yet.
I mean, I can personally highly recommend Time Force. It's one of the best.
Thank
After
you.
Zeo, right?
Yeah, obviously, and that first half of Turbo. The second half, not so much, but the first half, definitely. And then
Okay.
Time Force, I think, is how it goes.
Okay, just as long as, I'm in that one too, so we're good.
So, Jason, as you mentioned there, you went back a couple of years ago. What's it like putting that suit back on after more than a decade? Is it strange?
No, it was very exciting, and here's why. Because at that point, the conventions had started to kick in.
Yep.
I realized the power of the franchise, the power of the fan base. So, getting, coming back to do it was even more exciting because you're like, okay, now I kind of see what's happening with this franchise, and oh my gosh, I get to go back and be a part of it again. Yeah, you can finish that, honey. So it was very exciting to get back out there, and I knew it would create such a stir with the fan base to have that legendary thing happen.
Yep.
Very exciting.
That's good. Nakia, you haven't been back since you left. If the conditions were right and they asked you, is it something you'd do?
Yes, I would consider it for sure. I have put my suit on. I've got my own suit made, and I have worn it at various conventions, which was very. I remember when I first put it on, it was like I had gotten power. I don't know. I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I was going to feel this way. It's so great. It's so great. But yes, if the circumstances were right, I would definitely consider coming back to Power Rangers. But, I'd probably be someone's mom or mentor. I don't think they'd put me in the spandex again, but, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's always up for debate, that sort of thing. So I guess we will just have to wait and see.
Yes.
One last kind of general question. There's a new Power Rangers movie coming out next year.
Yes, there is.
Have either of you seen any of that new stuff? Not like footage, but those photos that we've all seen. Do you have thoughts? Are you going to go see it?
Jason, go on. You were going to speak.
Should I go?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Truthfully, selfishly, of course, I think we all would love to have had some sort of a cameo in it, something involving it. I just think that would have been a smart thing for them to do, and hopefully they do it with somebody from the original cast. But I'm excited to see it. I hope that they age it a bit to really cater to the now older audience.
Sure.
I was not happy with the glowing emblem in the suit. I felt it was so Iron Man-esque.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously, Iron Man is so relevant in today's world. So that it's kind of like putting a big S on their chest and go, wait, that's what Superman does. So I kind of wish that was an obvious, I thought, mistake that I couldn't believe they did. But the suits look cool, and I'm rooting for them to do well, because I think if it does, we all will enjoy the success of it in some fashion. So
I think what I'm gonna plan. I'm gonna talk to all of the Rangers, including Jay. I think we should all go see it together.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
All go at the same time and go see it together, and we should record, before and after us walking in. That's what we're gonna do. I've just made that decision.
That sounds like an excellent idea. And I imagine for the one or two people in the audience there who are actual proper Power Rangers fans, that would be a crazy experience.
That would be awesome. That would be really awesome.
I would hope, Nakia, they would invite us all to the red carpet event, to the actual screening. I would think that should be a given, no? I mean...
a given? I wouldn't say a given.
No, that's true. Yeah, I guess that was kind of strong.
No.
I would think, right? I mean, we all... There seems to be some time... Well, that's something we talk about on the side.
Maybe you, because you still talk to, some of those that still work at Power Rangers, but the majority of us, I don't think so. But if you go, you have a good time. The rest of us Rangers, we'll be together. We'll give you a shout out.
I will be with my Rangers.
I liked Rita's costume. Yep. I really liked what Elizabeth Banks looked like. I thought that the suits, I didn't really stare at them a lot. Like, sure. Jason had a really good point. He brought up a really good point. I thought they looked shiny and great and sparkly. But I'm not over the moon about the movie. I'm not going to lie.
Sure.
I agree with Faunt that I really think it would have behooved them to put at least one or two original Rangers as, a cameo. It is Power Rangers, and the fans, I believe, would like to see some of their Rangers.
Yep.
But that's okay, because we have the Order.
Well,
That's right.
that's an excellent way to segue into, I guess, my last question. Is there anything else you guys would like to say about the project, just to wrap up?
Well, I guess I'll throw it out there, Kia, to start. First thing is that it's this project is going to get done, and the more funding we get, the better this is going to be. But we just want to encourage everybody to. I mean, everything counts. I know that sounds so cliche, but literally everything counts, and that's like I said before. I mean, I can look at just my social media alone. If everyone put in $5, we'd be there. Literally $5. So I kind of think that whole ants mentality, where when we all work together, so many great things can happen. We're not sure what the new movie is going to be, but I do know from doing all these conventions that there's this very smart, very astute, very passionate fan base that longs for a little bit older of a Power Rangers type. You know, they're actors that they love in a little bit older role, and this can be it, and we can do this. So by everyone chipping in, we can make this happen, and hopefully I'll enjoy the ride.
Yes, and I love what Jay said about that this movie is going to be made. Whatever we raise, we're using that towards the movie. Yep. Karen is very what is the word I'm saying? Focused in saying that regardless of whatever, it depends on the funds. So if we get, raise only $20,000, then we're going to have a $20,000 movie. If we raise $250,000, then you're going to see some greatness. If we raise $1 million, you're going to see even more greatness. But I want the fans to know that their money is going to be used for the movie. That's why Karen really wanted the fans to see the sizzle reel, to see what we can do, what this project, a prelude to what the actual movie is going to be. And as you can see, the trailer is so dynamic that you can only imagine what the movie is going to be. So trust in your donations that they're going to go towards the movie and towards the movie only. And I just want to say thank you to the fans for always being there, throughout these many years and supporting, and even supporting we've only had the IndieGoGo out for 3 days and we've already raised over $20,000. So thank you so much. We have a long ways to go, but we just trust that you guys will continue to support us in doing it and getting there.
Yep.
All right,
what is the current count at? Is it 21,000?
Hold on, I've got it up right here. It's at about just over 20,000.
It is okay, good.
Yeah. All right. So on that note, thank the two of you so much for joining us today. We've had a great time, I think.
Yes.
And I guess best of luck with the funding for the project, and I'm sure we'll hear plenty more about it over the next month or two.
Yes. Thank you so much for doing this interview. I appreciate it.
That's okay.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And get us out there to Australia. Nakia and I would love to get out there. Let them know.
Yeah, if you're ever out here, we would love to catch up with you. So
okay.
Yeah, we'll get out there. They had some Rangers there last year, so keep on our social media stuff. Mine is at Jason Faunt on Instagram. And Nakia, what's yours again, hon?
Nakia Burrise. It's at Nakia Burrise. Facebook is Nakia.Burrise and Twitter is Nakia Burrise. Everything is Nakia Burrise.
I will make sure we've got links to all of those in the show notes for this episode that you guys are listening to now. So if you want to go follow them, if you're not already for some reason, just jump over to the show notes and you'll find all those links for you. Thank you guys again.
And also the order. Let's throw out the order real quick. The IndieGoGo order is www.the-order-movie.com.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much.
$5 a person, we can do it. $5 a person, we can do it.
We can. We can.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.